Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. We are live ahead of the FPL deadline, and there's big news. Currently, look, there's loads of press conferences going on. We're going to get some good quotes from some managers that will be absolutely necessary, but we were waiting massively this afternoon on the Pep Guardiola press conference. He spoke at 12:30 today, although it's always a little bit later than planned, and we've still got quite a few managers speaking in the next hour or currently speaking. But on Erling Haaland, what did Pep have to say? He feels much better, but yesterday we didn't train. We know he was at training yesterday. We saw him arrive. He tweeted, "Now we will have training. We will decide today." It was so obvious, Pep. You were never going to tell us. You were never going to tell us. But if he was ruled out, I think there's a chance he would have told us. He's clearly going to train later, and there could be a negative reaction. But I expect Haaland's going to be good to start, isn't he? I'd be surprised if he didn't. And with the news we've got, it just feels like Haaland's an easy hold now, doesn't it? Now, look, what did we all expect from Pep? And look, welcome if you're just joining. I'm going to just screen grab the tweet that I put out earlier. I said this morning, what are we expecting Pep say at 12:30? I suggested it would be something like, Erling is okay, but we don't know about Wednesday. Today he trains and we'll see if he's ready for Forest. And his actual quote was, he feels much better today, but yesterday we didn't train and now we have training. We'll decide today. Literally so predictable. So predictable. So, look, what are you doing with Pep? There's no right, wrong answer here. This is subjective. It's worth noting with Haaland, a start versus West Ham in game week 30 doesn't look great. Real Madrid, Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround. Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround for Real Madrid doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good at all, especially knowing he's had a knock, and especially knowing Newcastle FA Cup game you'd expect him to probably start, although maybe he doesn't. Is there a fear of a 1-point cameo for Erling Haaland? Is there a fear of half an hour off the bench? Of course there is. I always felt last weekend there wasn't that fear. This week there is a little fear that could happen. I don't think that happens though, and I think I'm going all in. Classic Pep. We'll look at the flags. Was is in the house. Don't tell the boss he's at work. Erling, very positive on socials as well. Yeah. He is. Yeah, back to work. I saw his tweet. Mate, saw your tweet and it just lifted. Yeah. There's some suggestion. Was he even injured? Apparently saying something about headspace. Volume is glitching. Is it? Again? Sorry, is that does my volume usually glitch? That's news to me. Let me know. Cam is in the house. Hope you're good, Cam. Yeah, let me know if the volume is bad, guys, and I will do what I can to change that. But Erling Haaland, as things stand, is going to be my captain. Let me show you my team, which is on screen now. Thank you, guys, as always, for the love. Good to see so many in. FPL Joe's in. Robert Ducky's in. Freddie's in the house. Yes, Ice G. Yeah, loads are going to Haaland. Loads are going to Haaland. Volume good. Sounds okay. Okay. I worry more about not starting Haaland. He gets a return. Yeah, I mean, just know the ownership. I'm definitely starting, but not sure on captain. Interesting. Look, I did a poll on captaincy. Let me grab a tweet. I did a poll on captaincy, like who's your vice captain type poll on Twitter. Over 1,000 votes. A good sample size here. And this is the status. Doubtful. Bruno, 34%. Semenyo, 27%. Ekitike, 32%. I mean, that is a split pot. Very few are looking outside of that. Again, I understand why. I think I'm there. By the way, for those worrying about O'Reilly, he was asked off the back of the Haaland quote, what about O'Reilly? And he gave this quote on Haaland, and then he said, same for O'Reilly. Fine. Ryan's my vice captain. I'm mad. We're going with Gut. Wow, that is... I actually think Brentford can be quite loose away from home. They just conceded 3 to Burnley on the road. my worry for Rayan is the 90 minutes, but he did get 90 and he looked fit. Just joined. Great show as always. Thank you very much, Ross. Thank you for the love, mate. 255 of you watching, which is awesome. This is an earlier than planned deadline. I'm doing BBC Live text at 3:30, so I'm literally doing like, I'm doing an earlier deadline stream than normal. If you want to support the stream, I'd love you to hit the like button. Thank you for liking, guys. You're cooked because of all my flags. And look, Raya, FPL hasn't flagged Raya, but there was some discussion. I think Arteta even said like Raya had a bit of a knock as well. So you could argue I've got 6 players flagged, but let's go through them one by one. Guys, help me out in the chat here. I'm going to answer your questions soon. I'm going to give you updates on Rice and Wilson. Bear with me. Do you think Raya plays? Let's say yes. O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly and Haaland are good to start. Declan Rice, I think, might miss out. I think Declan Rice could miss out. Now, what do we know about Declan Rice? We know it's not like Rice to go off, first and foremost. Pretty out of character that. Like Rice is a bit of a warrior. He doesn't go off unless he has to. We do know Arteta has a press conference, and we don't know what Arteta has said yet. I think Arteta is currently speaking to the media. Yeah, it's a 1:30 press conference. In the next 10-15 minutes, we're probably going to hear from Arteta. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. We're also going to hear from Marco Silva at Fulham. There's a lot of Anderson and Wilson owners. They're both flagged. We're going to hear from Carrick and Unai Emery. Less important with flags, but Silva and Arteta are big ones for us today, and they're currently speaking to the press anytime now. Rice asked to go off. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at selling Rice, guys. I'm looking at selling. You think O'Reilly benched, do you? I don't. I tell you what, if O'Reilly's benched, if you're looking for a 1-week punt, if we knew O'Reilly was benched, Reinders will come in and play that role so well. Number 8 attacking role. I like Reinders for a 1-week punt, but obviously we're not going to get that level of team news. If we knew he was starting, yeah, Reinders against Forest, I think we'll have lots of fun. Even if Haaland's injured, I won't sell him because there aren't any good forwards apart from Ekitike and Thiago. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. I mean, there's a lot of players like Calvert-Lewin, which also I appreciate. But yeah, for me, it's a case of, do I sell an O'Reilly or a Rice? Because O'Reilly and Rice are 2 players I own that I know I don't want it in game week 31. I'm happy selling them, right? They don't have a fixture. So with that in mind, where do you go? Well, if you're looking at fixtures, hang on. Let me get some. Hang on. What's that? Same image. Hang on. Just trying to get some info. Keeps doing it. One second. I'm looking to find the images I had on my video yesterday that many of you probably haven't seen, but I just want to. Silver on team news. Everything went well for Kevin. We know Kevin's been out. But difficult to say time frame. The last decision on some players will be made tomorrow. I wonder if there's going to be another question coming out specifically on Wilson and Anderson that we get a quote for. That would be really interesting, won't it? Keep me up to date on that, Freddie. Thank you. Right. I think here it comes. Yeah. Oh, rubbish. Florian Wirtz, by the way, out. I'm just trying to find on my computer. That way, that's gone. Never mind. I just wanted to show you the fixture ticker, but this might be it coming in. Sorry, guys, for the delay. I will. Right. This is from my video the other day. Yeah, I don't know when Erling will come back. It's not a big injury. He wasn't ready to play Leeds, was the original quote. And by the way, the Man City games, this is what I wanted. The Man City games. One concern with Haaland, even if he's fit, Does he play versus Newcastle in the FA Cup? I think he still does for momentum at maybe half an hour. And that's a good thing for Forest, right? If you're Pep and Haaland hasn't played in a week and you know you've got Real Madrid coming up, do you want to play him the weekend versus Newcastle 3 days before? Do you want to play him a week before? Probably a week before to see if there's any reoccurrence or anything like that. Arteta's press conference was running late. Thank you. Keep us up to date on those quotes, Robert Ducky and Freddie. It's just that West Ham game. It's just a West Ham game. You're like, I'd probably captain him versus West Ham if I owned him. Probably. 4 lights. Come on, scoundrels. Hit the old thumbs up. Gianni needs more Huel and hair products. Listen to the man. Listen to the man. Yeah. I would be curious to know what happens every year for the round of 16 or quarterfinals with Pep and Haaland when he plays a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround. Has anybody got the data from the last couple of seasons with Erling Haaland? Has he, when it's been a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround? I'm not interested when it's a Tuesday, Wednesday turnaround like Liverpool have. When it's a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround, does Haaland play the weekend fixture? I think he does. Memory tells me he still does. There will be evidence of this. Someone's going to know in the chat. Come on, let's see who's going to get there with some data for me. Do let me know. It's really valuable insight, because if he's not going to play West Ham, you can sell him now. And just the worry is, oh, okay, he does bang versus Forest, but you don't get a 31 fixture probably, and you wouldn't get West Ham. But let's have a look. Hello to Gianni and the chat. Iwobi worth a punt. Yeah, don't mind Iwobi. Waiting for Marmoush to start versus West Ham, but I really want to sell Haaland. That's my confirmation bias talking. Yeah, I don't mind that Marmoush punt, you know. I reckon Erling benched against Newcastle plays the others. Random one, how's Dean doing? I haven't spoken about. Yeah, we've been texting. He's well. He had a really nice trip to England. He says he hasn't been thinking a huge amount about FPL, to be honest. I reckon Haaland's a keep. I think he is me. Hi, Jane. Legend of the game. I sold Haaland. He plays West Ham and then got a blank followed by Arsenal and Chelsea. Smallest, but he's game rank. High upside, cool. Why not? Do you know what? If I didn't have Ekitike, I'd be tempted to make that move. I'd be tempted to make the move without Ekitike. Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Fulham versus Haaland, who plays maybe Forest, maybe West Ham, and a blank versus Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton. Honestly, DCL or Somerville, you've got to play DCL if you own him. Is Frimpong a good option? Yes. So basically, we're not going to get any updates on anyone. Guessing game. Not true. We might get something. We might get something from Marco Silva or Arteta today. But on Haaland, this is what we got. My prediction was pretty much bang on. His actual quote was he feels much better, but yesterday we didn't train now. We'll decide today. It's along the bottom of the screen for those that want it. Ekitike, just want to add, not only the fixture's really good, but Ekitike, crucially, has an easier FA Cup game that comes on the Friday. I reckon he misses that one against Wolves. They play Wolves twice in 4 days. Mental. But then got a blocked nose. Sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this in the microphone. Honestly, look, I've got a microphone right here and I'm snuffling away. Like, just do that, Gianni. Galatasaray. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, not Wednesday, Tuesday. That's massive. That's 2 days different recovery. And then it's Spurs in between the two. So I think Ekitike is fine for Spurs. But it matters. It matters. Someone's going to do that research for me, aren't they? When he's played, it's probably hard to find given the dates. But when do we hear from Arteta and Silva? Very, very soon. Here we go, FPL Joe. What you got for us? Man City versus Chelsea, early January. Haaland played all 3 in a Thursday, Wednesday turnaround. But to be fair, they drew all 3 games. So, Joe, are you telling me who was the Champions League games against? Just tell me. It was a Thursday, Wednesday turnaround. Champions League isn't a Thursday, Wednesday. You mean Wednesday, Tuesday, maybe? Do let me know, Snifflebridge. How are you, Jenny? In draft mode, is it worth selling cash or Hall to Bogle or Bassey? I've gone Bassey this week, I think, in draft. Or I tried to. I don't know if I got him. We hope both Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire can be available against Newcastle. Big quote there. Oh, all 3 were Premier League games. Thank you, Joe. Is there anyone with, because the travel makes a bit of a difference as well. Is there any we can get there? Yeah, that is interesting though, isn't it? On Haaland and that calendar. Is there any precedent on Champions League Wednesday, Tuesday turnarounds? We'll give them every chance, says Carrick. We're hoping they'll be available tomorrow. We'll give them every chance. I'm going to put that on the bottom banner. That's a good quote to add. Thanks, Freddie. Rayan's my vice. I'm mad. Got a gut feeling. I'm really excited for Rayan this week, mate. Honestly. And when we look at the fixtures, let's just look at those fixtures in terms of order. What have we got for us tonight? Because I'm thinking it's going to be Sunday debrief on a Wednesday and Sunday debrief on a Thursday this week. I feel like the Tuesday games, we get Rayan and we get Brentford. Like so many have got Dango and Igor Thiago, right? So there's going to be huge FPL interest in Bournemouth, Brentford. Everyone's got a player from that game. Everton, Burnley, maybe less so, but there'll be a few going and Die this week. And Die is someone I am tempted to buy for Declan Rice this week. We'll talk about that in a minute. Leeds, Sunderland, again, there's still players with Calvert-Lewin and Sunderland defence. And importantly, Wolves, Liverpool. So many have got double Liverpool, maybe even triple. There's people buying Salah. I don't like it. Szoboszlai and Gakpo. But of course, the big two, Ekitike and Virgil van Dijk. So I feel like those 4 games need analysing. If I do a Sunday debrief tomorrow, are you guys around for a live? It's a weekday. Should I do a pre-record and drop it at like 8 a.m.? Or if I did a live, would you guys be there? If I did a live at say 8 a.m. Let me know in the chat if you'll be around. Say, oh, we'll do it at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. But yeah, let me know. I'm not sure if I should do a pre-recorded or a live. If you guys aren't going to be there live, I'd prefer to do pre-recorded, if I'm honest. So let's see. Risk on Ekitike getting reduced minutes. I'd say not huge. Ekitike's minutes, he got 75 in the week. Against West Ham. So he got the early sub. And I think he's rested on that Friday night Wolves game. I think the FA Cup is his rest. Erling is a fitness machine. He should be able to do it. Yeah, probably right. Would you sell Rice to Mbermo? Yeah, if I had the funds, that'd be the move I'd make, actually. I really like Mbermo. I was asked, I'd do some BBC social media posts, and I was asked to recommend one player this week, like as a buy. I wanted to pick someone that's not been getting huge traffic, and I did pick Mbermo. If you look on my Instagram now, you'll see that post. It's I literally wrote it this morning, and if I could afford him, I would have gone there. I would have gone there if I could afford. Just can't. My Declan Rice sale needs to be someone of the same price, annoyingly. Hang on, I didn't collab with the BBC post. Not collabing with the BBC. Come on, Gianni, sort yourself out. That's better. Live, please, G. Yeah, chat would be. Would you be around live tomorrow then? Yeah, replacement for Reich, Ekitike. My 3 for Rice are. Yeah, video midweek version, maybe. I think that might make sense. Working, lunchtime better, need more live FPL. Look, I'll still make sure I do lives. I'm thinking, Ndai. Let me show you my team and you'll get it. So for Declan Rice, for me, it's Ndai versus Szoboszlai versus Gakpo. It's either the Liverpool lot or it's Everton. Now, I don't need to play them in game week 30, that midfielder I buy. So that midfielder I buy, let's say it's Ndai, that's fine. He has Arsenal away in 30. I'd bench him. But I'd get Burnley at home, Chelsea at home. For Liverpool, their game week 30 fixture, I probably would start them as Tottenham at home, right? But you get Wolves and Brighton. Not Dango. No, I'm not feeling Dango. I'm not sure Dango's even nailed to start this week. Palmer captain. Don't know if Haaland must move. I like that. Honestly, I love that. I love that from you, Cam. I think Chelsea beat Villa as well. Villa have been bad. How about Sharda as a Rice replacement? Yeah, don't mind that at all. I prefer that to Dango. For me, I mean, yeah, maybe I should look at Sharda. Bournemouth, Wolves, Leeds. It's a good run. School run 8:30 and home by 9:30. Yeah. Oh, that's a point. I'm dropping my daughter at nursery. I won't be able to do it live. She starts nursery at 9:15. I leave the house at 5 to 9. If I did it live 8 till 9, yeah. I mean, if I do a pre-record, I'll probably record at 7, maybe even 6. Like, I'll be up at 5:30. So I'll probably just record really early tomorrow morning and get it up early. Maybe I can get it up by 7:30. For those that want to watch pre-work, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a pre-record really early, and then those that want to watch before work can. So that'll be tomorrow morning, the Sunday debrief. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe with notifications. So then when I upload a Sunday debrief video like that, you'll absolutely get it. So do that today. If you're not already hitting that button, hit the button. Obviously, if you have hit it, you can like already as well. Do you think Wilson will start? Well, let's hear from the managers. Like, we've got an Arteta and a Marco Silva press conference right now. What we've seen so far come out of the press conference with Marco Silva is very little on those players. I don't know if he's been asked, or it's not been reported yet that he's been asked on those individual players. He's just said training, we'll see. I think both O'Reilly and Haaland play, though. I'm captaining Haaland. So far to round up, training and we'll see for Haaland and O'Reilly, and we'll see after training for Wilson and Anderson. Guys, for captaincy, let's see what you're doing. Haaland captain, 48% are going Haaland captain. That's lower than I thought. 34% are going to keep him, but captain someone else. And 18% are selling. The sellers, I think, are all going to Ekitike. Makes complete sense. Complete sense. Oh, FPL Joe, you absolute legend. Guys, if you are just joining, I've not even read Joe's post yet, but I know what it's on. What I asked for, when we look at Erling Haaland fixtures, right? Is there anything to go by when he plays a Champions League on a Wednesday and a Tuesday, two-legged tie against Real Madrid in this instance? Does he play the Premier League game wedged between? It's got to be a Wednesday-Tuesday turnaround. The Tuesday-Wednesday turnaround is 2 extra recovery days, a bit like Liverpool have. Like, you can see Liverpool's fixtures here. They play Galatasaray Tuesday, Wednesday, the Tottenham game. I don't feel like Ekitike and co are a big risk. I look at the Man City fixtures and I go, oh, if I'm a Nico O'Reilly or a Haaland owner, should I be a little bit worried? Especially if the player goes into those fixtures slightly injured or not injured. Especially if the player goes into those fixtures who's recently had an injury, i.e. Haaland and O'Reilly. It's important we're comparing a two-legged tie in the Champions League because it involves travel for one of the legs, but it also means it's a must-win game and we have to go full throttle. So is there any evidence? FPL Joe's been doing some research. The first time I've read Joe's post, let's see. Found a Man City 6-day turnaround with UCL. Legend. Back in 2022, City versus Southampton played FC Koppenwarm in a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround. Haaland playing the Premier League, benched in the second UCL game, but already 5-0 aggregate. It's so useful to have that because it's the only one we've got so far. But at the same time, because it's FC Copenhagen, it's less useful. We needed 2 starts in the Champions League, didn't we? Don't think that's helping me much. FPL Joe, keep digging, see what you can find. The last couple of seasons, they've played Real Madrid. Have they always been Tuesday, Wednesday turnarounds? Have they not had Wednesday, Tuesday turnarounds? They must have had some. They must have had some. I don't know if Pedro or Thiago to Ekitike is worth it. I can roll transfer. Yeah, fair. I would be getting Thiago. Yeah, Copenhagen. I thought it was Copenhagen. I just didn't want to commit. And again, I think that was group stages. Copenhagen ran Evan in a knockout. Again, if we're looking at group stage, then you can argue that they're already through or whatever. It needs to be a knockout, really. We need knockout Wednesday, Tuesday. Someone's going to find it. Well, Joe's going to find it. If there is one, I'm sure he's going to find it. Maguire fit? I don't know. It says, Carrick said, we're hoping they're available tomorrow. Wouldn't say that's fit. Also, I don't think I need Maguire. Will I be? The next one before that is 2021, pre-Haaland, sadly. We're in new territory. Are we? Are we really, Joe? I'm just going to tweet it. See if anyone on Twitter can find it. Oh, no. Not doubting you by 1 second, Joe, but I just wonder if there's similar sort of comparison. I'm going to say I don't think... FPL Joe, are you on Twitter? I'll tag you. Oh, I can't see you. I don't think... I don't think Haaland will play West Ham. Sorry, you got to listen to me battering the keyboard. Yeah, I think, Cam thinks Maguire will start. Get voting in the poll, guys, on what you're doing with Haaland. I'm surprised that only 40% of you are captaining him. I think the quote we've got is positive. I think the pictures we've seen are positive. I think the post from Haaland's social media is positive. Haaland, for me, I'm going to say it now. I'm locked. I don't need to wait for my favorite content creator to tell me they're not going there or they are going there, or wait for a model to tell me their predictions. Looking back, I can't see a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround two-legged knockout tie for City when Haaland for City with a PL fixture wedged between. Right, that's enough of me battering the keyboard. Bruno captain for me. Yeah, no, I don't like McAllister as an option just because he scored at the weekend. I much prefer Szoboszlai and much prefer Gakpo. Thank you so much, Joe. Yeah, I mean, you've done amazing work. If someone can find, I need this info. Yeah, I mean, it's worth tweeting. Oh, Joe, I've just posted it and now seeing your handle. We're in new territory. Yeah, so, I'm tempted to captain Ekitike. I like Ekitike captain. I'm bigger on Bruno, though. I'm big on Bruno. Newcastle have got a couple of injuries as well. I think Walter and maybe Ramsey are out. I think I've just seen. So, yeah, not great. I'm not going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm not going to sit on the fence. No comments so far on that Haaland thing. I don't think he does play West Ham. If he doesn't play West Ham, if I didn't have Ekitike, knowing Haaland's unlikely to play West Ham and not 100% nailed to start tonight, I'd be selling Haaland for Ekitike. I'm going to say that right now. Now, do I think Haaland is the best captaincy option this week? Yes. But I also think Ekitike is in must-have territory. Do you own Ekitike, guys? Do you own Ekitike? Let me know in the chat. I don't want to get rid of this poll because I think this poll is probably helping people on Haaland. But I'm also curious to know if you own Ekitike. So just give me a simple yes or no in the chat, and I'll just try and work out if it's more, higher or lower than 50%. Is Ekitike in your Game Week 29 team? Yes or no? I think we're probably going to see more yeses than nos, right? Yeah. Okay, it's way more yeses than nos, I think. I feel like at the moment, if I'm going on percentages, it's probably like 60-40, 70-30 maybe. Yeah. Tell me moments ago, captain last week. Oh, no. Triple captain Ekitike. Wild. Thanks for the last comment. I just sold Haaland for Ekitike. Honestly, if I only had one transfer, if I had two transfers, I'd keep Haaland and I'd get Ekitike in another way. Because with two transfers, you should be able to reach him. But assuming you got one transfer, there's a lot of no's, to be fair. I'm going to say it's 60-40. There's not much in it. Yeah, not João Pedro for me. By the way, we're still waiting. There's been a delay with the press conference for Arteta. We'll give you Arteta quotes straight away. I don't expect we'll get much on Rice. By the way, if you own Anderson or if you own Wilson, the only thing we've got from Silva was about Kevin, and the last decisions on some players will be made tomorrow. That's all we've got. The last decisions on some players will be made tomorrow. Well, thanks. So if you own, honestly, if I'm selling Declan Rice, I think the best replacement to buy right now for Declan Rice, if you don't own him, is Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson's got awesome fixtures. He plays Burnley in 31. You can't go and buy Harry Wilson now when we're told the last decision on some players will be made tomorrow. I need more than that. I need so much more than that. I'm putting all the juicy press conference quotes at the bottom on Haaland, on United players, and on Marco Silva. If you want to read or analyze the words, they're all there at the bottom. I'll add Arteta's to the bottom of the screen as well. But clear as mud. It's really not been useful. Really not been useful so far, the press conferences. I was excited to stream today up against the press conferences. I thought we might be reacting to one or two nuggets of information. We've had Jackal, and I called it with Pep. We all probably called it with Pep, right? I said what he was going to say, and I pretty much nailed it. I said he's going to tell us, we'll see after training. And he said, we'll see after training. Like, it's so obvious. But I thought we might get something from Marco Silva and a little bit more maybe on Nico O'Reilly. Maybe not Haaland, but Nico O'Reilly. Didn't get anything. So look, what am I going to do? Let's talk about my team. I've not actually done that yet. And I'm going to answer your questions as well, right? Like, if you want to captain anyone, I'd go with Wobie for 90 minutes. I'm not sure Raul Jimenez starts. Muniz is back, and he'll get 60-30. O'Reilly, I'm going to keep. He's too good to potentially sell. And if O'Reilly doesn't play, I get Maguire. Fine. And I think Maguire will play. Cam thinks Maguire will play. A lot of things Maguire will play. Alex is a member. Let me get to his question. I'd start definitely Senesi. And probably Maguire over Aya. I think Bournemouth are pretty good value to score, right? More from Silver on Team News. Joachim Anderson will be back in 100% sure. Harry Wilson is one of the players we have to keep assessing. Let's see. Freddie, that is very useful. What's the source on that? That is a very useful quote for Anderson owners. It also means that Wilson's a big doubt. Well, he would have given him the all clear, just like he gave Anderson. Freddie, can you just put the tweet in the chat so I can copy and paste it for the bottom of the screen? Because I can't copy and paste from your post, unfortunately. I tell you what, the one defender I considered buying was Anderson. If I could get to him, I could sell O'Reilly to Anderson, you know. I know what I've just said, but... Super chat coming in. Thank you very much, Joel. Bournemouth clean sheet at home versus Brentford. Not sure who to bench, Thiago or Hill. You cannot bench Thiago, mate. Play Thiago. Absolutely play Thiago. I don't expect either team to keep a clean sheet, really. What's your favourite HelloFresh meal? Oh, mate. Honestly, we're HelloFresh tonight doing bao buns, but with like sticky shredded beef. And last night we had a prawn dal with the biggest, juiciest king prawns. And I don't really ever make dal at home. Like, dal's something you have in restaurants. You don't make at home. It was so easy. And my daughter genuinely loved it because it was creamy, like korma-y dal. So I'm going to say that's my favourite. But I'm excited for tonight. The bao buns, again, not something I'd cook at home. Hey, do you think Rice plays or he doesn't? My wife's probably prepping it now next door. She was prepping it just so we went in. I'd love to show you, but she'll kill me. Hey, do you think Rice plays? I'm worried about Rice. I don't think Rice does play. By the way, if you are interested on HelloFresh, the code for 50% off on HelloFresh is that. Gianni50. Where's that quote, Freddie? Silver on Anderson. That's a really good quote for Anderson owners. Yeah, it's from James. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, looks like. I thought we might get more from Silver. I did say that, didn't I? I hoped we would. And I thought we might. So let me add that to the bottom of the screen. Silver on team news. I tell you what, if I don't Harry Wilson, I'll be worried. I'd be slightly worried about that. I'll tell you what, Riley out for Anderson. I can't sell Maguire because he plays in 31. And I can't sell Mukiele because he plays in 31. Although it's a bad fixture, but I don't have the money to go from Mukiele to Anderson. Guys, 800 of you watching. I can't remember the last time I had 800 watching. So thank you guys if you're just joining. We're here reacting to the press conference news. If you're just joining, Erling Haaland quote at the bottom of the screen, but I think he probably starts. I think we've had a positive-ish update from Pep. There's also updates at the bottom of the screen from Carrick on Shaw and Maguire. I think both sound. I think Maguire is very likely to start too. O'Reilly as well, and Anderson and Wilson. With Anderson, we know he's 100% back. Silver's told us. Wilson, I think it's unlikely. We do have Arteta talking to press. It's been delayed. It was meant to be 1:30 today. In the next couple of minutes, we'll get an update from Arteta. We will probably hear about Declan Rice. I'm not expecting to hear a huge amount from Arteta because he's the worst. He's the worst to give information. Massive shout out to G. Show support and like and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much, Ross. If you do want to do that and hit the subscribe button, it really helps me out as a channel. This time of season, we don't really get many subscribes. So do hit those buttons and it makes the world of difference to support me. Bruno Fernandes or Ekitike captain's a big one. You've got to decide here because even if you're captaining Haaland, who's your vice on? Vice played such a big... I can't remember the last time I used my vice captain. And I did last week, right? Haaland to Bruno, got lucky. I'm going to go Bruno over Ekitike, and I love Ekitike. I'm going to say Ekitike is verging on essential. But would I captain him versus Wolves when Bruno's there? Don't know. I like Bruno's routes to points. I also think Newcastle are in a bad moment. Newcastle conceded 3 to Everton. 3 to Everton. Dr. Masadi, thank you very much for your question. One transfer, 3 million in the bank. Should I sell? Rice, Ekitike all day long, mate. There you go. Get him in. Vice captain Semenyo or Bruno G. If I had Semenyo, he'd be my vice captain. If I owned Semenyo, he'd be my vice captain over Bruno and over Ekitike. 100%. 100%. Yes, I did say 100%. I'm what? FPL Joe, come on, what you got for us? Crystal Palace versus Man City between two PSG. Man City versus Chelsea. FPL Joe, I'm retweeting you. Thank you so much for that. So look, we wanted to know what is the precedent set with Erling Haaland minutes. And this matters because Erling Haaland fixtures, forget Forest for a minute. The big question for those deciding on Forest, do you keep him this week, is actually, or should be, what am I doing with him in game week 30? Because he plays West Ham. He plays West Ham between Real Madrid. And it's a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround. Now, FPL Joe's been doing some digging. This wasn't Champions League, but Man City versus Chelsea was 2 Premier League games. Was wedged between 2 Premier League games. And Haaland played all 3. So Haaland played Sunderland, Man City, Chelsea, Man City, Brighton, 3 games in 7 days. Will he play 3 games in 7 days next week? Sorry, the week after next. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Guys, give me a yes or a no. Do you think Haaland starts versus West Ham? Again, I don't want to poll it because the poll I've got up is possibly more useful. And I want people to vote in that. But do you think Haaland starts versus West Ham, knowing it's a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround? Just going to compare that to Ekitike. Ekitike's turnaround time is Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 2 extra recovery days for his trip to Tottenham, with his Tottenham game in mind. Does Haaland start versus West Ham? Yes, no, yes, maybe, no. Are we getting more no's or yeses, guys? Thing is, Mr. Bean, we don't see Haaland get 45 and we don't see him come off the bench much. I expect he either gets 60 plus or doesn't play at all. Depends how the first leg goes. Yeah, but Freddie, come on. Unless they're 4-0 up, which isn't going to happen because it's away. That you're right. It does depend how the first leg goes, but the tie is going to be in the balance regardless, surely, unless they go and win 3-0 plus. It's got to be 3-0 plus for it not to be in the balance. And I can't see them going to the Bernabeu winning 3-0 plus. So I don't think they smashed them in the first fixture. If the first fixture was at the Etihad, maybe. City will beat Real Madrid in both legs. West Ham, Haaland's favourite. He's great against West Ham. He cameoed a few weeks back. Haaland loves playing against West Ham. Yeah, I'm going to say probably. I think he starts. I think he probably gets an early sub. Game state dependent. But it's a must-win game, right? Going to West Ham is a must-win game. They're all must-win games. So look, what am I doing with my team? I've got big decisions to make. Let's assume I think Haaland starts. If O'Reilly doesn't start, I get Maguire, not the end of the world. But I am looking at an auto sub for Rice, aren't I? I'm not going to talk about my team until we've heard from Arteta, but I think Arteta is going to give us very little on Rice. Do I sell Rice to a high upside player like a Szoboszlai, a Gakpo, or an Ndiaye versus Everton? Ndiaye versus Everton is someone to look at, right? Look at Everton's fixtures. I'd play him in 30 against Chelsea and I'd get Burnley at home. Look at Liverpool. I'd get Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton. I can definitely consider an Ndiaye pick. But Declan Rice has Everton next week at home, and I quite like that for him. Again, Declan Rice's Champions League turnaround. What is it? Is it Wednesday, Tuesday? Let's have a look. Yes, Wednesday, Tuesday. Ooh, I think he's a bit of a fitness monster. As long as he's fit, he'll be fine. So, if Rice doesn't play, I get Rodgers. Ross is saying Rodgers has to go. I would argue Rodgers is actually all right this week versus Chelsea, because Chelsea give you chances. But yeah, he's also been linked a lot with Chelsea. 900 of you watching, which is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Get your questions in. We'll do some quickfire questions as well. I might go Sharda as a punt for Rice. I like Sharda. My best Rice replacements, though, and Ndiaye, to be fair, Sharda. And then I like Gakpo as a 1 week punt, or a short-term punt, sorry. I think Gakpo gives you upside. And obviously Szoboszlai as well. The two Liverpool lads are front of mind for me. The thing is, if I can convert Rice to Wirtz, I much prefer it. And if I roll, I can get to Wirtz in game week 30 or 31. Wirtz is 8.3, but I'll have 2 transfers to use to get 11 out for 31. Rice to Wirtz is something I'm looking at in 31. If I make my decision on the Rice replacement now, it blocks Wirtz. And getting Wirtz in for 31, where he plays Brighton away, I quite like that one. Latest Arsenal team news from Mikel Arteta on Declan Rice. He was much better today. Hopefully he's going to be better tomorrow. That's positive. 900 watching is crazy. Channel's grown so much this year. Congratulations, mate. Heard work paying off. Thank you very much, mate. I mean, it's partly because none of the other YouTubers are doing live videos right now. They'll all go live at 4:30 today. And I won't be live. But thank you so much. And thank you so much of everyone watching. If you want to show support for the channel, I am here to answer your questions and help you, not just talk about my team. It's mainly about the chat. This channel is all about you guys. So thank you to all of our regulars. But if you want to subscribe and become one of our regulars, and you've never asked a question or you've never added to the chat, subscribe and come and say something in the chat. If you're a first timer, I guarantee I'll answer your question. Let me know you're a first timer and I will straight away answer your question. Rice update from Arteta. He was much better today. Hopefully he's going to be better tomorrow. Oh, and White is out still. Great. Whatever. Thank you, Arteta. You've actually given us something relatively useful there. It's not like you. Sounds quite good. I mean, look, Arteta could be double bluffing because it's Arteta. But I'm inclined to now keep Rice. And by the way, guys, if Rice doesn't go off at the weekend versus Chelsea, not only does he potentially get Declan Rice. Declan Rice versus Chelsea ended on 7 Defcon, but he went off with about 15 minutes to go and added time. So he had about 20 minutes to go and get another 5 Defcon. It was possible. But also, he would have probably got 3 bonus points. Declan Rice finished on 25 in the BPS. Gabriel got 3 bonus points on 27. Saliba 26. Declan Rice just needed one more creative action and he would have gone to 3 bonus. Does he get one creative action knowing he's taking corners and set pieces in 20 minutes of football? Absolutely. So Declan Rice, yeah, great. We got some points from him and we always seem to because he's got the roots to points. But that 5-pointer versus Chelsea very easily was a 7-pointer. And possibly, no, sorry, an 8-pointer with 3 bonus because he got no bonus and he could have got Defcon. That's an 8 to a 10-pointer off just an assist. It's what he does. I'm very reluctant to sell Rice. And I've got Stack this week as well. Loving that. Just joined. Please rate for 4-point hit. Tati to Ekitike. Yeah, get Ekitike in. 4-point hits involving Ekitike. I'm fine with it. Just say it with English pronunciation. What bits? Look, as someone that does create content for broadcasters, I was on the BBC pod this morning. They picked up Statman Dave for saying Verts. They told him off, right? When I do the Premier League, when I do Sky Sports, if I say Verts on TV, they tell you it's wrong. It's Virts. So unfortunately, I'm conditioned. Wait, so does this mean Rice plays? I think he probably does. First timer. Thank you, FPL fella, mate. I said first timers, I will come to you. Tell Scout to grow up. We want Gianni and Chai back. Oh, don't be silly. I'm sure they will grow up at some point. I'm just having a little break at the moment, doing a bit less content on other channels, which is nice. I'll be back with Chai in no time. Exciting this season if it gets to 1,000. Can we get to 1,000? I'm sure we can. We're close. Semenyo captain, I would probably go there if I didn't go Haaland. Haaland for me, but best alternative is Semenyo, if not, I think Bruno. Walter out. He's been playing middle of the park. Get a notification bell. Oh, you didn't get a notification bell. Sorry, mate. Oh, you've missed some good stuff. First timer here. Should I start Declan? Already have wildcard? Yeah, start him for sure. First timer, just join and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thanks for the content. Would you do O'Reilly to Goodmanson and Rice to Semenyo? Oh, no hits. David, what's your plan in 31? Obviously, Semenyo doesn't play. I don't think I would make those moves. Do you know what? I think I'd keep O'Reilly and Rice and chance it. But someone giving out for pronouncing a name correctly is ridiculous. Yeah, I know. Why aren't you doing videos with Chai? Just doing fewer bits of content at the moment. It often happens second half of the season. It's the same with Chasing Green Arrows. But Chai might come on today, by the way, on this channel. And he did the last deadline stream. First timer, Ekitike will blank this week. Salah Hall incoming. Disagree. I love Ekitike. I think he's a great call this week. First timer, will Wilson play? Quote at the bottom of the screen. Harry Wilson is one of the players we have to keep assessing. Was said only half an hour ago by his manager. I would be worried if I was a Wilson owner. He gave the all clear on Anderson. First timer, Semenyo could be a good captain if Haaland is out. Absolutely agree. First timer, what about Wilson? Just given that update. Do you think Keane will start? No, I think he'll go with the same back four as he did against Newcastle, which was, I think, Keane benched. Shall I play Senesi or Hill? Senesi edged Hill for Defcon at the weekend. I'd go there. More people watching Gianni than Forest Green Rovers. Was there? Is that your local team? Are you in Gloucestershire? I used to go to Cinderford all the time to cover the rugby games there when I worked for BBC Radio Gloucestershire. I've covered Forest Green Rovers, but I was often the Forester Dean at Cinderford doing the rugby updates as a 20-year-old freelancer for the BBC. I didn't know that was your part of the world. I've never asked you where you're from. First timer, love your work. 2 free transfers. Haaland and Mukiele to Ekitike and Van Dijk. Do you know what? I don't mind it. If your only route to Ekitike is Haaland, I don't mind it, but I do think Haaland plays. I think Ekitike is awesome. Any update on O'Reilly? The quote given on O'Reilly was the same as Haaland. He feels much better, but he didn't train. Now we have training. We'll decide today. He was then asked off the back of saying that, what about O'Reilly? And Pep responded, same. They're in the same boat. First timer, 4-point hit. Rice or Wilson, Semenyo and Haaland to Ekitike just done that one. Enzo to Soboslai or save the transfer. I like that move. Should I do Rice to Dango and Giu to DCL for a hit? I don't think I'll be selling Rice for a hit. We've just spoken about his extra points. Just picked on Forest Green Rosa in Lincoln. Now you said Lincoln? I did know that. First time, rate 4-point hit. Rice or Wilson to Semenyo and Haaland. I keep answering that same question. First timer, I have 4 yellow flags in my team. Don't worry about the yellow flags. I think a lot of these yellow flags are good to go. Would you prioritize Outre, Nildo, or Prima, or another budget defender? 1.3 million. Can you go Renildo to Joachim Anderson at Fulham, who's been given the all clear? If so, I'd make that move. Anderson has been given the all clear. And look at Anderson's fixtures. West Ham, Forest, Burnley. I see 2 clean sheets in 3. Keep Manoz or grow up and buy Virgil. Grow up. Grow that up. Would you do the same transfer? Virgil's been amazing. Would you do the same transfer as Haaland Mukiyama for a hit? I wouldn't make them for a hit, no. Well done, G. You're having a bad season. You stuck with it, kept your head in, held side pace. Yes, I have had some big green arrows. In fact, my season now is looking pretty tasty. So yeah, I'm delighted to be at 125k in the world, 124k. I think I'm on. First timer. Should I sell Anderson to Soboslai? Yes. I like Soboslai move. Thank you so much for the super chat today, Aaron, Anderson, Wilson, Rice, Haaland, all yellow flag, Krupi, Vandenberg, only playable subs. Would you switch any? No, because most of them guys are going to start. Anderson, guys, look at the bottom of the screen. The key injury updates from the last few hours are at the bottom of the screen. Anderson is fine. So straight away, Anderson's good. Wilson, big doubt. Rice, a doubt. Haaland, a doubt. I expect 2 from 3 of those guys play, and we know Anderson is. You are fine there, mate. No need to sell any of them. I think Rice, Haaland starts. Wilson's the biggest concern. I'm captaining Haaland. I'm just going to go there and say that right now. Captain in Haaland. I'm not going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm going to make you guys watch till the end and to find out who I'm getting captain, right? Thanks for the quick response. Start Rice or Garner. Start Rice if you own him. Guys, Declan Rice, he's either fit and starts or isn't fit and isn't in the squad. He's not going to be fit enough for the bench and get a 10-minute cameo, just like Haaland didn't get a cameo at the weekend. Haaland could get minutes, but I don't see that for Declan Rice off the bench. Haaland could get minutes off the bench. It's possible. You need some rhythm. You need some games. Rice is either fit or not. You're not going to get a cameo from Rice. Do not worry about the cameo from Rice. Raya or Kelleher. Raya. All these first-timers coming in is awesome. Thank you, guys. If you're a first-timer, that's awesome. That so many of you are, and you've come and said hello in the chat. Genuinely, the reason I said that was I just want to prove that my streams are about you lot. I do 2 streams a week. I do a deadline and I do a Sunday debrief. And if you don't watch the Sunday debrief, come and watch the Sunday debrief. It's my best content every week, right? But when I do both those shows, I don't talk down the lens and make it all about my team. Because if you're interested in my team, you'll go and watch my team selections and my 15-minute videos. If you're coming on live on a stream on a deadline day, it's because you want your question answered. Now, I can't get to all of them. And it's not the best content if I just do solid 2 hours Q&A, same questions, bench and dilemmas, stuff that doesn't involve the masses. But when I can, I will answer your questions. Of course, I'll prioritize super chats and channel members, but first timers too, but also loads of our regulars. So thank you all for getting your questions in and for your love today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I tell you what, to 5 people that subscribed today, I will give 5 channel memberships out today. So subscribe and you've got a chance of winning a channel membership as well. Let's do that. Wondering about Timber out, Anderson in, only 1 free transfer. I like that move. I think Anderson's a great buy. And remember, Timber doesn't play in 31. Ryan's in the house. Play one of Anderson, Sarr or Jimenez. So Ryan, awesome that you've got Jimenez. There is a concern. Marco Silva gives Meniz a game because Meniz is now back fit. Jimenez has been getting 60, Meniz 30 last couple of games. I would chance it and play Jimenez for the upside. Is Anderson, are you talking Elliot Anderson or Joachim Anderson? If you're talking Centre-back Anderson. I'll be tempted just to go there. I think I'm keeping Rice, yes. I think Krupi probably does start because Evan Ilson went off injured. Elliot Anderson, yeah, it wouldn't be Elliot Anderson. Start Jimenez then, mate. Start Jimenez. Can we unsubscribe and resubscribe for membership? No. Sorry. All subscribers have got a chance of winning 5 channel memberships. It's not to 5 new subscribers. It's to anyone that's subscribed. So you don't have to be a new subscriber. It goes randomly to 5 people in the chat. I don't get to choose who wins the memberships, but it's 5 subscribers, not new subscribers. Thoughts on captaining Mo Salah? I hate it. Mo Salah's last goal came in game week 10. I am shocked by the amount of content creators talking about Mo Salah as a captain option. I don't think any of them will do it either. They're only, yeah, it's the models. It's the models saying he's high projected points because it's a good fixture and he's on penalties and he's a 90-minute man. No. Not for me. No, keep Wirtz because he's going to be back fit and very good. Although if it gets you to, okay, Wirtz to Salah, yeah, okay. Wirtz to Salah and Haaland. No. I wouldn't be buying Salah. Get Ekitike another way. Keep Haaland. Ignore Salah and get to Ekitike another way. Good afternoon, Vissa Roland. Hope you're good. My gut feeling is that I'm going to go Haaland to Ekitike. Can't afford to upgrade Giu to Wilson. Holding Wirtz. Yes, fair play, FPL Joe. Have you got another route, though? With a 4-point hit to Ekitike. I would want Ekitike in. I mean, look at the fixtures. Galatasaray is Tuesday, Wednesday turnaround for those just joining. That's good for Liverpool. It's good for Ekitike. It means Liverpool play 3 games in 9 days. Galatasaray, Tottenham, Galatasaray. Premier League players are conditioned to play 3 games in 9 days, even with a trip to Turkey. What Premier League players aren't conditioned to do, not regularly, is to play 3 games in 7. 3 and 8, you see quite a bit. 3 and 9 is fine. 3 and 7 with a trip to Madrid is what Man City now face with West Ham. And the big question for Haaland is, will he play versus West Ham? I think he will. I think he would just get an early sub. I think he'll probably get 16. Game state dependent. He might play 90 if he needs to, but if they're winning, he'll come through. They'll pull one off. Daryl says, pick one. G, Manoz, Hill, and Manoz for the Van de Ven. Sorry. Yeah, not Van Dijk. And Manoz for the upside. O'Reilly news is at the bottom of the screen. Same as Haaland. Pepper said about both of them, he feels much better. Didn't train. We'll decide today. Then off the back of this, I asked about O'Reilly. He said same. Palmer over Salah, yes. Do I sell Haaland to Ekitike? Look, for him, is there not another way? I would be keeping Haaland. I'd be getting to Ekitike another way with a hit if I had to. But of course, if your only route to Ekitike and you hate every other option, I think Ekitike scores more points than Erling Haaland in the next 3. In fact, I'm super confident of that. Partly because Ekitike has 3 games. Haaland has 1, possibly 2. Remember City blank in 31 as things stand. It was so obvious what Pep was going to say, by the way. We were never going to get an update. This is what I tweeted earlier. So obvious. My team on screen. At the moment, if Rice doesn't play, I get Rodgers auto sub. Fine. If O'Reilly doesn't play, I get Maguire auto sub. I could go and die. I could go Gakpo. I could go Soboslai. I could go Sharda as a Rice replacement. But as things stand, I'm keeping Declan Rice in my team unless we get more info. An Arteta press conference, we haven't had much info. Yeah. I think Haaland plays. I think Haaland plays. Yeah, the guy that leaked the Haaland news. The guy that leaked the Haaland news, FPL FCFC, has just said I've had 4 DMs from content creators. It's funny. We're not going to get Haaland news, guys. I think he's fine. I think he'll play. I think he'll want the rhythm. Pep talks about rhythm a lot. Pep talks a huge amount about rhythm. And I think he'll see Haaland as someone that's played 1 game in 3 weeks. When was Haaland's last game? Let me just go through Man City results. Hang on, because he didn't play versus Salford, did he? So Haaland didn't play versus Salford. I think he played versus Fulham, didn't he? They won 3-0. And obviously the 8th of Feb. So Haaland's last game, hang on. Was Haaland's last game the 11th of Feb? No, hang on. No. Oh, I got this wrong. Ignore me. He played against Newcastle. Of course he did. He didn't play Salford, though, did he? No. So he didn't play Salford. So 11th of Feb. He last played in the 11th of Feb and the 21st of Feb. So he's had 2 games in... Let me get a calendar up. Hang on. Where's my phone? Yeah, I mean, Haaland's going to need some rhythm going into the Real Madrid games. And I don't know if he wants to play him. You're not going to play him 2 lots of 90. So do you prioritise FA Cup or Premier League? Clearly Premier League. So, okay, so where are we? The 11th of Feb, he played versus Fulham. That was a Wednesday night. 1, 2, 3. So in 3 weeks, he's played twice. Yeah, so Haaland, Wednesday, the 11th of Feb, played versus Fulham. And then Saturday, 21st of Feb, versus Man City. Played versus Newcastle. Pep talks about rhythm all the time. God, how do you spell rhythm? I mean, I am streaming, so my mind's not fully on it. Like, oh my God, I'm struggling to spell rhythm. I got it. I think I've got it. R-H-Y, rhythm. Yeah. Pep talks about rhythm a lot. And going into the Madrid games, so Wednesday, the 4th of March, surely starts versus Forest. I'm going for it. I'm fully in on captaincy. I think he starts. I think the more I delve into it and look into it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm there for it. Huh. Rhythm has your 2 hips moving. My music teacher. Rhythm is your 2 hips moving. 2 hips. Yeah, okay. Rhythm. Right, guys, thank you for all your questions. No vows. Over 1,000 of you watching. Wow, well over 1,000. I don't know what my record number live is, but I think we're probably fairly close, which is awesome. I'm gonna say no. It's not my record. I think my record was when it was the Beast from not the Beast from the East. When was that hurricane that hit the not hurricane? What was it? Liverpool Everton was cancelled, and we had like Salah, and it was an early kickoff, and I was live on a Saturday morning at like 7 a.m. doing weather reports and the only YouTuber live at the time. So yeah. Rhythm comes to the teleprompter. Guys, thank you all for your questions. Let's get them in. Rain or Tiago gets more points. Probably Tiago. Rhythm is a dancer. Dun, 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 dun. It was Hurricane, not Hurricane. Guys, I will give 5 channel memberships out to 5 channel members. So if you're not already subscribed, do it. All the press conference quotes that are important, Maguire there at the bottom of the screen. Silva on Anderson. Silva on Wilson. Arteta on Rice. All at the bottom of the screen, guys. Honestly, based on the press conferences, a lot of my flagged players, I'm fairly confident start, but I'm definitely not going to risk selling them now. I needed clarity that an O'Reilly or a Haaland or a Rice were out to sell them. We've actually got quite positive updates on all 3 of those players. So for me, my team looks fairly good to roll. And look, Rodgers can come in for Rice. Maguire can come in for O'Reilly if they need to. What's really interesting still, though, is only 49% of you are captaining Haaland. That I'm surprised at. And I think it's because of the fear of a half an hour cameo. And I understand that too. I think that fear is possible. I think he's good. And I'm going to be starting him and I'm going to be captaining him. Storm Dara, classic. It was Storm Dara. We'll never have clarity on Pep players, and we'll never have clarity on Arteta players. Arteta's even worse. O'Reilly, Keane, Enzo, and Palmer. You've got to start Palmer. Got to start O'Reilly. I think Keane will be benched. So it's between Keane and Enzo. Well, no, start Keane, but then Enzo will come in for you. Keane's not going to get an auto sub off. Unlikely. Do you reckon O'Reilly will cameo too? No. I think O'Reilly will start. First timer, would you go João Pedro? What I'd say about Pep is he doesn't make a huge amount of subs either. Like Pep doesn't use his quota of subs ever, really. First time, would you do JP to Ekitike? Yes, absolutely. Don't worry about the flags, mate. Get Ekitike in. Ekitike is amazing right now. Get Ekitike in. I know he's had loads of blanks, but the fixtures are there. He's had a 15-pointer. Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton coming up. Get Ekitike in, mate. Do I think Wilson starts? Knowing that Silva has given the all clear on Anderson, he didn't need to do that. Clearly, Wilson is a big doubt. And I think Silva is one of the managers that actually does give us clarity. I think it's very, very likely Silva doesn't know. And he genuinely is waiting on training. So I think I'd say it's full 50-50 there. If I've got him, I'd keep him and play him. But I wouldn't be buying Wilson now. And guys, my best Rice replacement was Wilson. I just knew couldn't go there. The Pigeons were at it about 30 seconds before I went live, and then they flew away and haven't been back. First timer, should I wildcard João Pedro to Ekitike, Mukiele to... yeah, definitely Ekitike. Definitely Virgil. They all sound like really good moves, mate. Yeah. Double Liverpool is on, if not triple Liverpool. I really think we can go big on Liverpool right now. Chasing rank at 1.6 million, playing on wildcard. Would you sell Haaland for Ekitike into wildcard 32? If you're chasing, why not? If it's your only route to Ekitike. Guys, what is your rank at the moment? Bravo G on stack. Yeah, I bought in stack. Second timer. Thank you for your honesty. João Pedro, Ryan, or Rodgers. I'd be benching Rodgers. I would not be going triple Chelsea. Guys, what is your rank right now? Come on, let's play a game. Who's the best rank in the chat? And look, there's no judgment here. If you're 1.6 million, tell us. If you're 1.6k, tell us. 30k, love that. Beating me at 124, 92. Get me your ranks on screen, guys. Come on, let's flash them up. 126k. We've probably got the same points. 205, 29, 107, 20, 107. Some good ones. 560, 166. There's a lot in that sort of 200 to 400 bracket, isn't there? There's a lot of 100Ks in there. 1.3 mil. Keep it going, Vissa. 79's great effort. 704, look, everyone's rank is clearly in reach of a good end to the season, though. Ice G's having a stormer. 206, 180, 24, 172. Fair play, guys. Some awesome ranks. Look, if I'm at 1.3 million, I'm probably I can finish in the top 500K with ease. With all your chips, you definitely can. Ryan's having a great season. 205K there, Ryan in Calgary. How are the slopes, mate? FPL Down Under's doing well at 345, 88, 6 mil, heads up. Come on. 6 mil, you're only going to get green arrows from now, mate, if you're an engaged one. My friend is 29th in the world. Does he want to come on my YouTube channel? Come on. Reach out with his contact. Tell him to Instagram me. Instagram DMs are always open. So, yeah, honestly, get in touch. 700K, 79, 98. 11K. So the highest ranked out of all of you lot, I think, is Ice G, is it? Highest ranked in the chat right now, I think, is Ice G. Take a bow, son. Tikaboo, as Andy Gray used to say. Oh, friend. Very good. 9th in Croatia. Awesome. Stuck at 600K. It's fine. I was stuck at 600K for a very long time. Honestly, it really doesn't take much to have a few good weeks. I'm just going to show you my game week history the last few weeks, because you look at it and go, if he can do it, so can I. Honestly, look, this is my last few weeks. I went through the Christmas period and I was like, how have I not got green arrows? Like Game Week 22 is around that Christmas New Year mark, right? I was 839K. Rubbish. And I just went green, 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 green. And big greens without chips. Like, it's very possible. If I can do it, so can you. First time, would you do JP to Ekitike? Absolutely. I think Wilson and Rice will be fine. Quotes on the bottom of the screen about both those players. If you're chasing rank, best captain, probably Ekitike or Bruno. But I'm going to go Haaland, and I think Semenyo is my second best this week. So yeah, the green arrows were just huge. Like, it's very, very possible to climb those ranks, guys. May the greens continue. May the greens continue. Fingers crossed. Wow, me and Freddie are having very similar seasons. 7 greens in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mine's 6. So yeah, we both turned it around at a similar time. First timer, JP to Ekitike, absolutely. Without hesitation. Without hesitation. Without hesitation. Guys, please do hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. I know loads of you won't be subbed, which are completely, I understand that. But if you want to subscribe, 5 subscribers will get a channel membership today as well for free. Are you subbed to the channel? Just so I know how many I'm talking to, I'm going to poll it. I'm guessing about 20% of you aren't subbed. If you want to hit that subscribe button, that'd mean a lot. Like, it makes my content really worthwhile then. Sanchez or Verbruggen? Probably Sanchez just. I don't fancy Chelsea's chances, but I do. I actually think Chelsea will beat Villa. Tuesday night games. Guys, I'm going to do a video first thing tomorrow morning. You know my Sunday debrief videos. I'm going to do a Wednesday debrief. I'm going to do a debrief analysing 4 games, 4 very good games for FPL. I mean, Leeds, Sunderland, a bit of interest. Everton, Burnley, a bit of interest. But Bournemouth, Brentford, massive for our FPL teams. We've all got Bournemouth and Brentford players, haven't we? One of each or whatever. Wolves, Liverpool, huge. So many are buying Ekitike. So many are buying Van Dijk. So many are interested in Salah and Gakpo and Szoboszlai. We'll do a big deep dive, a debrief style show first thing tomorrow morning. So come and watch that. It won't be live. It'll be a pre-record. And then on Thursday morning, let's hit you up with a Thursday debrief. Why not? Quite excited about that. Let's do it. So it'll be a Thursday debrief as well, guys. So get your get your notifications set so you know when my videos go live. Just hit that notification bell on YouTube right now on my channel and set notifications so you know when I go live or when I've dropped a video. Hopefully that'll mean you come and watch it. DCL will deliver 2 digits. I'm in. Nice one. Play Wilson or Tarkowski. Probably Tarkowski. Double debrief. Absolutely filthy. Wednesday debrief. Let's go. You start in Haaland. Mate, I'm captain in Haaland. I'm not going to sit on the fence on this. It doesn't help you guys if I'm not sure. I'll wait and I'll tell you at 6:29. Guys, I'm locking in Haaland. Haaland's my captain. I'm locking him in. Enzo or Rodgers? Probably Enzo just. I'm a bit worried I'm going to go and get a bloody auto sub on Rodgers and he's going to get me another 2-pointer. Really hopeful Rice plays. I think Rice might play. Just going on Arteta's words, I think he could play. He was much better today, said Arteta. Hopefully he's going to be better tomorrow. He's a bit of a beast, Declan Rice. He finds a way. Don't trust Haaland, fine. Fair play if you don't. Yeah, I said about 20% of you won't be subscribed. It's 15%. What's 15% of 1,071? It's about 155 or something. Like 160. Yeah, 160 of you subscribe now. I mean, I'll run around the house naked. Like, that's not going to happen. But thank you, guys. Rodgers is so annoying. Me too. I'm still tempted to Rice to Tavernier. Oh, mate, Rice is such a good source of 5 and 6 pointers. And in the week, if he doesn't get the early sub against Chelsea, his 5-pointer is an 8-pointer. He gets you 3 bonus. He was 2 BPS off getting 3 bonus and got none. When Rice plays 90, he nearly always gets DEFCON or close to it, and he nearly always gets bonus or close to it. I think Rice versus Brighton, it's a good game for him if he does play, and I also think against Everton, it's a good fixture. I know Declan Rice doesn't play in game week 31, and we're all going to be selling him if we own him. But look at Arsenal's fixtures now and in 30. Brighton away. Brighton are a team that always will give you chances. Excuse me. And Everton at home is a really nice tie for Arsenal. Again, you'd expect chances. I know they've got Champions League wedged in between it, but I think Rice is a dangerous sell now. And for someone like Tavernier, the upside's not amazing with Tavernier, like Tavernier. I'd stick with Rice. I have 3 yellow triangles in my starting. Don't worry about the yellows. Anderson or Richards is first sub. Probably Richards. Both good for DEFCON. Although Elliot Anderson hasn't been getting it the last couple under the new manager, which is really interesting. Managers matter. This is my team. And I don't think I'm making changes here. I think I'm going in with this team. Yeah. Loads of benching dilemmas, guys. In terms of bench order, I think I'd probably... do you know what I might start doing? A benching order thing on the bottom of the screen. Any news on Wilson? Yeah, bottom of the screen. All the injury updates are there, guys. Do see the bottom of my ticker. Wilson update was we will see tomorrow. And it's at the bottom of the screen. It's coming on in a second. Enzo to Szoboszlai, Gakpo. Look, short-term Gakpo, longer-term Szoboszlai. If it's just a short-term punt, go for the upside. I do think O'Reilly probably starts. Yeah, it's a hunch. We can't go off much more than that. Dango versus Rice. I prefer Rice. I do think O'Reilly starts. Yes. 1K views. Let's go. Thank you very much to everyone that is watching live. Great idea of the ticker. Yeah, I mean, they're just the key quotes from today, or certainly from this afternoon. And there's some big ones this afternoon. We were all waiting on Pep. We'll decide after training. On Haaland, we'll decide after training. Ouch. Rodrigo from Real Madrid has torn his ACL and will be out for 6 to 7 months. He's now at the World final. Oh, that is heartbreaking for him. Imagine being ruled out of a World Cup when you're like a starter for Brazil. Tell you what, Esteval. I'll be starting for Brazil now. Just outside 1.4k. Amazing season. Only Haaland flagged it looking good. Useless presses. No, not completely useless. Not completely useless. We've still had a slightly positive update on Haaland. I'd say it was a positive one, which is the same for O'Reilly. I'd say it's a positive update on Rice. We had a clarity on Anderson. There's a lot with Anderson. Well, he's now 100%. Like that's a useful update from Silva. And we've had a big flag put on Harry Wilson. I think if I'm a Wilson owner, I'm slightly worried too. Yeah, Rafinha too, true. But, Anthony won't be starting despite being good for Betis. Since he moved there, still a multimillionaire, will be fine. Yeah, okay, fair. But it's his, yeah, okay. Just playing for Brazil in a World Cup in North America would have been pretty special for him, no? But yes, of course. CH is in the house. Vice captaincy is a big one, CH. It's huge vice captaincy. Where are you lot at? Where are you lot at? I did do a tweet on this. Let me bring it up. The results of a poll on vice captaincy. And Bruno was 34%, Semenyo 27, Ekitike 32. Guys, I'm actually on Bruno. I like the routes to points. I like the routes to points for Bruno. And by the way, Newcastle just conceded 3 goals to Everton, who don't score many. Nick Woltemade has gone down with sickness as well. There's an illness in the squad, said Howe. Jacob Ramsey vomited at halftime on Saturday, although Ramsey trained and is set to be involved. Woltemade hasn't been seen at training since the weekend. Illness in the camp. Hello, Man United. That's good. Very good for Man United. So look, I think I'll be rolling, and I think I'll be going Bruno, vice cap. Is Chai in the house? Have I missed Chai? Captain Bruno, vice is Ekitike. Who hasn't hit the like? Let's go, 500 chat. Is Chai in the house? Let me WhatsApp him. No, he'll be working. Ekitike Vice. Lots of Ekitike Vice. Guys, getting your Vice captain. Give me your captain Vice combination. Give me both. So, like Ryan has, let's flash them up. I'm guessing it will be a lot of Haaland captain, Ekitike Vice, or Haaland captain, Bruno Vice. Where are you at? Guys, Newcastle haven't been great defensively. Oh, people think CH is Chai, right? Thank you so much for the super chat. Our third super chat of the day. Bench 3 from Goodmanson, Munoz, Anderson, Rice, Rogers. Okay. Rogers. I'd keep Goodmanson. I'd probably bench Munoz. I'd play Anderson. You got to play Rice. I'd play Dewsbury Hall. I'd definitely be benching Rice. I'd be benching Rogers, Munoz, and then Goodmanson if pushed. Yeah, a lot of Haaland, Ekitike, to be fair. Our Canadians sticking together, Ryan and CH. Good morning. Gabrielle. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of Semenyos, a lot of Bruno. Fair play. Semenyo capped, Bruno vice capped. Yeah, interesting. My team, guys, is on screen. This is where I'm at. I think, am I set on vice-captaincy? No. I love Ekitike. And I had the vice-captaincy on him just before I made this screen grab. I changed it to Bruno. I think the sickness in the Newcastle camp is enough for me to go Bruno. I also am slightly worried not to own Burmo. I think he's a great buy this week in Burmo. The sort of game is good for him, that. And he plays Villa after that with their high line. And Burmo loves playing on the last man. He loves running in behind. And Burmo feels like a great pickup right now. And if I could go Rice to Mbermo, I'd make that move. Again, because I don't have Mbermo, having Bruno with the armband helps that weight on a Man United midfielder, doesn't it? Or on Man United scoring goals. And I think they will score goals versus Newcastle. Guys, predictions and stuff. Where are we at? Let's have a look at some of the projections. In terms of big goals, who's going to be the week's highest scorer in terms of team? So which team scores the most goals? As things stand, the bookies have Man City scoring the most goals. They've got Liverpool second. I'm going to go for a rogue one. I actually think Everton might score the most goals. Put your team in. Reason being, Burnley have started to play. Burnley have started to play football. They're not going and parking the bus. They're like, we're going down fighting. And Everton just scored 3 versus Newcastle. So that's why I really like Ndai this week. I think Everton, Burnley might actually be a bit of a fun end-to-end game. Liverpool, says Freddie. They just scored 5. Chelsea, love that. Leeds, good fixture for Leeds. It's going to be a very high scoring game week. And look at the clean sheet odds. There's usually a team or two around 45%, maybe 50%. Arsenal usually. The highest clean sheet odds this week are 40. Oh, super chat coming in. Thank you. João Pedro to Ekitike on free transfer for 4-point hit. Well, for free, definitely. But Tate to Ekitike. Oh, or for a 4-point hit. Tate to Ekitike and Enzo Fernandez to stack. No. Just go João Pedro to Ekitike. Keep Enzo. No 4-point hit. Just João Pedro to Ekitike for me. You don't need the 4-point hit. You don't need Tati, and then you keep Tati, yeah. I'd be happy selling João Pedro. You don't need to take a 4-point hit there. Enzo's perfectly fine. Transfer Enzo or Rodgers. Rodgers, man. Get rid. The news on Wilson is at the bottom of the screen, but it just missed it. It's coming back round. They're going to keep assessing him. Doesn't sound great, that press conference quote. Doesn't sound great. Stack or Tav. I'm going to say Stack given the fixture and given the fact he's in my team. By the way, in terms of the fixtures, first and foremost, they're so good. There's so many good games on both nights. We're going to do a special debrief. We're going to do a Wednesday debrief video first thing in the morning. It won't be live. I'll drop it early, like 7:30 a.m. I'll record it at probably 6 a.m., right? Early record. All the good stuff. The average position maps, the pass maps. If you like the Sunday debrief, guys, I'll have a video for you on Wednesday morning. And then on Thursday morning, I'm going to drop a Thursday debrief where there's even more games to react from. Like big FPL interest in Brighton Arsenal. Huge FPL interest in Villa Chelsea. Fulham West Ham a bit. Massive in City Forest because of one man only, pretty much. Newcastle Man United, massive for FPL as well. I'm really excited to review those games. So look, we'll be doing that on this channel. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. But guys, do let the YouTube algorithm control you. Most of us do, right? You let the YouTube algorithm control you and it shows you your feed and you occasionally watch different videos based on what it shows you. The channels that you subscribe to are so important to control that algorithm for yourself. It's a no-brainer. If you like FPL content or my content, not just the lives or the Sunday debriefs or the pre-selected videos, subscribe. Hit that button. It massively helps me, but it means your algorithm is based on good stuff rather than random stuff YouTube wants to show you. So hit that subscribe button if you can. Pigeons are back. They're kissing. Oh my... as soon as they start humping, I'll show you. I lose viewers when I do this, so let's get back to it. You're here for FPL content. I'll keep my eyes on the pigeons because it's funny. Would you do Guy to Ekitike and Rogers to Tavernier from -4? Yeah. I think Ekitike is great. Do it, lads. Tell the algorithm what you want it to see. Exactly. My team. How do you do that? I don't know how to link myself to other channels. Oh, yeah, the individual odds I was going to show you. They're at it. Oh, they've stopped. Oh, balls. I told you I lose viewers. Right. Let's get back to 1,000. Okay. Concentrate, Janny. Concentrate. Krupi, Haaland, Thiago, front three. Dreamy, but you can't get Ekitike. Can you take a 4-point hit and go Krupi to Ekitike somewhere? I wouldn't sell Haaland or Thiago for him unless you have to. Is there a 4-point hit option to get to Ekitike? Can you pull up the chart again? Dean's well. Yeah, he's just had a good trip to England. Was it this chart? So Haaland projected goals 0.83. Huge. Calvert-Lewin's high. Marmouche is high. Salah's high. Ekitike's high in his own right, as is Thiago. I lose viewers when I do it. Does it? I mean, it's just too entertaining. You need a second camera for the pigeons. Yeah. Front flip. Oh no, I hovered over your question but didn't read it. Sorry, mate. I can't read them all. And I have to prioritize channel members. I will give 5 channel memberships away today as well. So 5 of you will have that emoji coming next to your name, and YouTube will randomly give it to 5 subscribers. All you got to do is subscribe and put a comment in the chat, and then it goes random. Yeah, there's not going to be many clean sheets, and there's going to be a lot of goals. It's going to be a high-scoring game week for sure. Just been asked by a producer at the BBC, am I good to go at 3:30? I'm doing live text for BBC Sport. So on the BBC Football homepage at the moment, it's all the manager quotes, right? In 20 minutes, it will be FPL Q&A with me. So if you want to get your question on BBC Sport, be pretty cool. If you fancy it, you can ask your question at 3:30. Come by and say hi. You can get involved. I'll send the link in the chat now. But yeah, at 3:30, I'll be doing Q&A, and I'll answer loads of your questions in written form, and your name and question can then be featured on the homepage, which is pretty cool. So I'll just put that. It will be on that page for those that want more. Eight-point hit for Ekitike is too much, I think. Unless you're massive on bringing him in to captain him. I always say hits are worth it if you're captaining them. But, I'm big on bringing the best captain you can. And if you need to hit, you need to hit. No new quotes or anything coming out from Arteta. Was positive about Rice. He said, I hope so. He was much better today. Obviously, we haven't really trained because we have only had 2 days to prepare. So hopefully he's going to be better tomorrow. David Raya is good to go. That was good. Okay, that's a slight update. I didn't know about David Raya, and he should have been flagged. So I'm just going to put on the ticker at the bottom screen the new update from Arteta. So on Declan Rice, that's a little bit more information than we had. He's given there's a bit more from this Ben Dinnery tweet. And if you're not following Ben, make sure you are. Ben's the best for injury news. So all the quotes. Oh, sorry. They're all there. Love from Trinidad. Love from South Africa. Come on, give me some countries then. Trinidad and South Africa. Where else are you got watching from? Where in the world are you? Hit me up with your countries. Come on, let's see. I love seeing this. My favorite thing about streaming is to know that I'm talking to so many people all over the world, not just in my own living room or county or town. Awesome. You're in Ireland, are you, Jonathan? Jonathan Murray. Hong Kong. England. Where's England? I'm going to... Oh, okay, oops. Australia, Denmark, Singapore, Bhutan, Zambia, Australia, Islands. Love that. Jamrock. Honduras. Wow. Turkey, Florida, NYC. Oh, a few in Florida. Love that. Hello to all the Americans watching. World Cup coming your way. Miami's got a stadium. Snowfield, Calgary. Loving those slope pictures on the WhatsApp group, mate. Tanzania, USA. Awesome stuff. A snowbank, yeah. Canadians are getting the snow in a hard way. Sunny Essex. Norway. Rhode Island. 36 inches of snow in Rhode Island last week. Mad. There wasn't any in Harrow in England. Serbia, Nigeria. Oh, there wasn't any in Nigeria. I'm looking at bringing in a keeper. How's Vicario? Got more points? Yeah. Leno. I've just brought Leno in my draft team. Just brought Leno in on draft. Guys, thank you all for your questions. I'm answering as many as we can as well. Vice-captaincy is on screen. Where are you guys going? If he's selling Rodgers or Rice, yeah, get to sell Rodgers, man. Sell Rodgers. The update on Rice was quite good. It's at the bottom of the screen, coming up now on the ticker. I think Rice probably plays. Probably plays. Super chat coming in. Thank you so much. Play one of Enzo Alderete and Senesi. Have two Brentford attack. Don't let that worry you too much. Look at it in its own right, and Senesi is a DEFCON beast. Alderete, I think, leads score, but could get DEFCON. Senesi, I think, will get DEFCON versus a very direct Brentford. I'd probably go Senesi. Enzo's still fine too. It wouldn't be Alderete, it'd be Senesi or Enzo. I'd edge on Sen. It's a coin toss. I'm tempted on Enzo there, you know. Do you know what? I'm going to say Enzo. Because Palmer might not get 19. You might get 15 minutes of Enzo being the penalty taker as well. Play Rodgers against the big six teams. Yeah, maybe. I'm not playing Rodgers over any of this lot, though. You're not going to bench Stack versus Sunderland at home. I think Rodgers, there's a chance he comes on for me if Rice doesn't play. And there could be a surprise, like where Ryan doesn't play or there's a bit of rotation there. Like Ryan's not nailed. Hanoi, Vietnam. I've been there. Dubravka, Rob Bart. Probably play Verbruggen just and hope he gets all the save points. Excuse me. Are you benching Stack? For who? Roger? Are you playing Rodgers, Freddie? Have you got Rodgers? Who are you benching Stack for? Oh, Stack's going to get DEFCON as well, dude. And set piece. I fancy an attacking return. Oh, my eyes are going funny. My predictions. Predictions: Haaland starts, O'Reilly starts, Wilson. Honestly, I reckon they all start. I am a glass half full kind of guy, though. Guys, I'm going to screen grab something from General. This is good. If you're worried about the press conference news, or you just want like a quick summary, I'm just going to present you with something, an image. Just go look at your player in the quote. I don't know if you're watching on mobile, it might be tricky. But there's some press conference updates there from General. They're at the bottom of the screen as well. Oh, we had a super chat that I've missed. Here we go. Thank you so much for it, Rice and Kroopy. To Ekitike and Stack for a hit. Probably do it. Probably do it. I don't mind Ekitike for a hit this week. I think Ekitike's that good. Are you captaining Ekitike? If you think he's the best captain, definitely do it. If you don't think he's the best captain, but you really want him in your team, yeah, because I think Stack, Kroopy's not going to play 90 minutes. Evan Nilsson is probably injured though, right? So Kroopy should start. I'd still make that move, I think, yeah. Rice is great, but if it gets you to Ekitike and there's no other route to Ekitike, have you got another cash cow other than Rice? I'm guessing not. Senesi versus Gahey, play your Man City defender. More super chats coming in. Thank you so much. So Enzo or Rogers for Ndai. You're on wildcard 32. Get rid of Rogers, mate. Keep Enzo. They're both playing 32. I know Rogers is a better fixture in 32, but Enzo plays Everton away and Rogers has a home versus West Ham, I think. But Rogers, get rid. Semenyo is a great captaincy option. Absolutely. Warning, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So when I say I think all these players are going to start, I am often very optimistic about stuff in life in general. Maybe that's not great for FPL team sheets. Guys, we are going to do a debrief. I'm buzzing for this. I'm buzzing for a debrief on a Wednesday and a Thursday. We're going to do, please tell us about Stack. If you watch the debriefs, you'll know about Stack. I haven't got the average position map loaded to show you. He's been playing front three. The last 2 game weeks, he's played in a front three, and he's great for DEFCON, and he takes all the set pieces. And he gets he's a DM, he's a box-to-box midfielder that's playing in a front three at the minute on set pieces with a good fixture, and he gets close to 90 most weeks. I got Rice, Wilson, and Haaland with Timber on my bench as the only player who plays. Rice, Wilson, and Haaland. Yeah, but don't worry about those flags. You're worrying about flags for him when you don't need to. From those 3 players, at least I think 2 probably start. Run free transfer. Do I sell or just roll? Just roll. Timber's fine. First timer, new sub. Thank you so much. Risk starting Rice, Wilson, and Haaland, with worst case being 1 of 2. Tiao and Kroopy, come on. I'll start those 2. Just start them. I think we worry about the flags too much. Stack. Who to buy for Rogers? No wildcard left. Got 1.9 million. I mean, Mbermo, probably for me. Yeah, Mbermo. I like Mbermo very much. I think Mbermo's fixtures are really good. Newcastle's a good game for him. Villa's a good game for him. And then I think it's a good 31 as well. My team is on. Yeah, Semenyo is a great captaincy option. If I'm doing my captaincy rankings, number 1, Haaland, number 2, Semenyo, number 3, Bruno, number 4, Ekitike. They're my top 4 in that order. Palmer, no cap. Not in my top 4. Probably Palmer 5. 925 of you watching. Thank you all for being around this sunny Tuesday. I love an FPL round. Guys, it's going to be a bit depressing, though, because we've got FA Cup. So all good and all that, but we have FA Cup coming up, so not so fun. And then we've got, I think then we've got Champions League, no? And then we've got another round of fixtures. So game week 30 fixtures start, is it a Saturday deadline? I expect it is. Yeah, Saturday deadline. Oh, at 1:30. It's an early one. It's an early one on Saturday. Sorry, a late one. 3 o'clock games and then an 8 o'clock West Ham Man City. That 8 o'clock game, West Ham Man City, we're all going to be sweating on Erling Haaland starting, wedged between the 2 Real Madrid games with a Wednesday, Tuesday turnaround. That's going to be nail-biting stuff. So we're not going to know about a Haaland start. We're not going to get a team leak for an 8 o'clock game. It's unlikely, isn't it? In game week 30, Haaland plays West Ham at 8 p.m. on the Sat. So don't expect team use pre-deadline. And that's obviously wedged between both Madrid games. The ceiling is too high to not start a player like Nico Riley. Guys, can I ask one favor? If you've been watching today and you've got anything from the show or enjoyed it, or I've answered your question, or you just want to you just want to support me, rather than let the YouTube algorithm control you and show you all these random videos all the time, hit subscribe on me on this channel and you'll be shown my videos in future. You don't have to watch them, but FPL content in short form. I do lots of 10, 15-minute videos, but also the lives. If you don't watch my Sunday debriefs, it's my best stream of the week. I'm going to do one of those tomorrow morning. I'm going to do one of those on Thursday morning. So Wednesday and Thursday debriefs, all the good stuff, the average position maps, the shot maps, the XG plots. Come by and watch that show, and hopefully I'll convince you to hit that subscribe button today. Thank you guys, as always, for the support. If you have been watching today and you are, I know I'm talking to 75% of you that are already hit that button. Appreciate you. Right, let's get cracking, shall we? Questions. Thank you, George. Don't want to hit. Might go harder to Ekitike. Don't hate it. I can't really say sell Haaland, but at the same time, I am saying go and buy Ekitike this week. I can't. I would suggest taking a hit and getting him in another way. I would upgrade a Krupi or a Mark Guiu or a João Pedro even to Ekitike for a hit. I'm a long-time subscriber. Thank you very much, mate. Sunday debrief is the best. Ah, good to hear it. Oh, yeah, free memberships. Good Lord. Huh. Yes, CH. Let's do some free memberships. Guys, all you got to do to win a membership is like, subscribe, and put something in the chat. And in the next 30 seconds, 5 of you will win a membership. 30 seconds, guys. And I don't get to say who wins the membership. It goes to 5 of you that have put a comment in the chat. So you can spam all you want. Spam in the next 30 seconds. 5 of you will randomly get it. All you got to do is spam, like, and subscribe, and 3 of you will win. Sunday debrief on Wednesday is happening this week, and a Sunday debrief on Thursday. We've got so many midweek games. Guys, let's go. Get spamming. Come on. Spam away. It's the only time I'm encouraging spamming. We don't like spamming usually, but we can spam today, can't we? I don't get to choose who wins it. Apologies if it's not you. It's only going to be 5 of the 800 that are around. Keep spamming. It will go to 5 of you. You've got to hit that subscribe button or you cannot win a membership. So make sure you do that. And you've got to put something in the chat. If you do those 2 things, you got a chance. I can't see who won it. It goes too quickly. Congrats if you did win. I've got a treat for you, though. I've got a treat for you. Guys, this is awesome. Everyone that didn't win, I got a treat for you. You can all get the same content you get as a channel member currently, probably for the next couple of months. You can currently get that same content, all those extra videos, free on my Patreon. Guys, all you got to do is click the link below where it says join my Patreon, or scan the QR code on screen where it says join my Patreon. If you scan that or click that, you put your email address in, you create a password, and straight away you can view all the extra content as a patron member for free. So channel members of YouTube, you usually have to pay to view all my extra content. Guys, I'm going to Tenerife at the weekend. I'm going to be doing loads of extra content knowing it's FA Cup weekend. All those little videos, the 3, 4, 5-minute videos, will be free on Patreon. Scan the QR code or click the description. I'll also do written articles. I've done an awesome article a few days ago about analytics versus eye test. Been quite critical of some analytics style managers. Go read all that. It's all for free. So go check that out if you fancy. And that's not going to be free forever, but it's going to be free maybe for a few months, maybe for the end of the season. We'll see. But all you got to do is go and, there we go. Who won the memberships? And if you did win a membership, then yeah, you get an emoji by your name on YouTube and you can watch all those videos on YouTube. But to view the extra content, if you have won something, Beast Friends, you can win all that same content for free on my Patreon. Ha! All you got to do is sign up. It's an email address, but come on, like you can give that. It's not like you're going to be spammed by Patreon. They're a proper company. You're not giving your email address to any rubbish companies there. And then you'll view all my content. Right, let's crack on. There we go. I'm happy, WG. Good stuff. Right, get your questions in. Let's do some quickfire. I want to thank you for your support today. It's been awesome. Thank you to everyone. Shout out to all our mods. CH has been with us for the last hour. Thank you, CH. But yeah, do check out my Patreon. I think you'll like it. I haven't used any chips yet. Second half, nope. Only took 3 years to win one. Come on! And it was your idea to do it, CH. Didn't realize you won. I have Ekitike, Van Dijk, Haaland, Riley, 1 for strength. Keep just cold. Look, my team's on screen. I'm not making any transfers, I don't think. On Patreon, I'll do a written, my team is locked at about 5 o'clock today. So check that out. Oh, guys, I've just seen the time. I've got to run. I'm doing BBC Live Text. So come by to BBC Live Text. If you want to ask a question through the BBC, all you got to do is click on this page. Click on that page. And yeah, you can ask a question, get involved. It's gone from press conference news on BBC Football to Ask Gianni your FPL dilemmas, starting in about 4 minutes' time. So, guys, thank you for the love. I will see you tomorrow morning for a Wednesday debrief. Good luck. May your arrows be green. Let's go, Haaland, captain. Come on. Please play. Please play. Please play. I think you will. Won't you? Yeah, you'll play. Yeah, you'll play. You'll play.